Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be giving my MLB DraftKings picks for Friday, September 22nd. We got a full 15-game slate on this Friday, so a lot of players to look at. So I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, looking at pitcher today, we have plenty of studs. Got four guys over 10K. Got Masahiro Tanaka at 10-3 going up against Toronto. Jake DeGrom at 11-4 against the Nationals. Zach Greinke at 12-1 going up against the Marlins. And Justin Verlander leading the pack at 12-6 going up against the Angels. We'll be paying up for one of these guys today, and I definitely think all of them are in consideration. Verlander, not a great strikeout matchup against the Angels, but Justin Verlander has looked so good this year. He's pitching deep into games. He has such a high floor, definitely a good cash game play. Don't know tournaments. He has 40-point, 30-point upside here, but floor for JV right now is like 15, 20 points, it seems like. The dude's just so solid, so I do like him. Zach Greinke's the guy I will be plugging into the core. I really like him at 12-1, pitching at home against the Marlins, where Greinke has pitched very well at home, so I will be plugging him into the core. He is my favorite of the four. But looking at the other two guys, Jacob DeGrom at home against the Nationals. Definitely like that spot for DeGrom. He does pitch well at home, and he has pitched well against the Nationals this year. But I believe he is coming back from an injury, and I don't really like taking pitchers in their first game back from an injury, so I don't think I'm going to be on DeGrom today. Then Masahiro Tanaka, definitely a good spot for Tanaka, but I also think it's definitely a spot where Tanaka could get into some trouble. He has kind of struggled against Toronto this year, but Tanaka's price at 10-3 is very intriguing. This guy does have upside. He's able to generate a ton of strikeouts, has one of the highest swinging strike rates in the league, and there are some guys in that Toronto lineup that will definitely chase pitches out of the zone. So I like Tanaka at 10-3. If you want to go a little contrarian off the more expensive guys, I think he's an option for 2,000 less. But my favorite of the four studs is definitely Zach Greinke, pitching at home against the Marlins. Like I said, Greinke pitching at home where he has pitched very well this year. Greinke's pitched 18 games at home this year, and in those 18 games, he has averaged 24 DraftKings points, whereas on the road, he's only averaged 18 DK points. And he's also faced this Marlins team once this year, had a very solid game, pitched 7 innings, allowed 1 run, got 8 strikeouts, finished with 30 DraftKings points the first time that Greinke faced the Marlins. So Greinke has seen this team in the past, done very well against them. I think he's going to have another solid game here. Greinke's sort of like Verlander. This guy's just so solid, consistently pitches deep into games, and has such a high floor. If you just look at his last 4 games, very consistent, 23, 22, 20, and posted a big upside game against San Francisco, got 36, got 8 strikeouts in that game. So Greinke has the floor you want for cash games, also definitely has a ceiling and a lot of upside that you want for tournaments as well. So I really like Zach Greinke today as my SP1. This Marlins team, definitely some guys in that lineup you do kind of worry about. Giancarlo, Marcelo Ozuna, Justin Bour, guys that do have power, and it does kind of scare me seeing those guys in Chase Field. But Greinke's pitched well at home, so I think he can limit the damage here, and I think he can rack up some strikeouts as well. When he faced this Marlins team earlier this year, got 8 strikeouts against them. So I think we could see sort of that same kind of outing from Greinke today. I'm expecting 25 to 30 DK points, and if he gets some of that, definitely will take that. So I like Zach Greinke today as my SP1 for 12,100. And then my SP2, sort of going to be paying up for an SP2. Don't really feel good about any of these guys in the cheaper tier. The guy I like as my SP2 is John Gray at 8,900 going up against the Padres. I really like this spot for John Gray, getting out of Coors Field. Definitely good for him getting out of that hitter's park, going to San Diego, which is a very pitcher-friendly park. But even when Gray pitches in Coors Field, he still has had some success this year. Gray's just a really good pitcher, and definitely a very consistent pitcher, not a guy you rarely see get blown up. Even when he does pitch in Coors Field, he'll still have solid games in Coors. So the guy does have a ton of talent, and he's obviously in a good spot. Pitching against the Padres today, a team that we know will strike out versus righties. If you look at their strikeout rate, the last 30 days versus right-handed pitching, they're striking out 23.6% of the time. So Gray definitely has some upside here. He did just face this team in Coors Field about a week ago. Only pitched 5 innings, got 7 strikeouts. Didn't give up any runs, only allowed 2 hits. Finished with 23 DraftKings points. He only pitched 63 pitches in that game. And in those 63 pitches, he still managed to get 23 DraftKings points. So Gray is a guy that can definitely rack up some Ks. And it's obviously a good strikeout matchup against the Padres. So I really like John Gray today as my SP2. It is kind of expensive to go with him and Greinke. That only leaves you $36.25 remaining per player for your hitters. But there are a lot of value hitters I like today. There's a team that I like that pretty much a lot of their hitters are very, very cheap that you can pair with the two expensive pitchers. So I think paying up for pitching, spending on pitching, something I'm definitely going to be looking to do today. So I'm rolling with Greinke and John Gray as my two pitchers. And then for my three hitters, the first guy that I like from the Rays, this is the team I'm really going to be targeting today. I just really like their lineup, a lot of cheap bats in their lineup, and they are in a really good spot against Ubaldo Jimenez. The first guy that I like from the Rays is Lucas Duda at first base for $3,500. Like I said, it's a really good spot for the Rays here. They're going to be playing in Baltimore today, which is a very hitter-friendly park. They're in a great matchup against Ubaldo Jimenez, who is just not good versus lefties. On the year, Ubaldo, he has allowed a 4.05 WOBA. And he's also given up a ton of home run to lefties, a 2.81 home run per 9 on the year to left-handed hitters. We know this Rays lineup, they have a ton of guys with left-handed power. Dickerson, Duda, Morrison, guys that could definitely take Ubaldo deep. So it is obviously a great spot for the Rays. Along with the home runs, Ubaldo's given up a ton of hard contact as well to lefties. 47.5% medium contact and 36.4% hard contact to left-handed hitters on the year. So I love this spot for Lucas Duda. Love this spot for these Rays bats. They are very, very cheap. Duda's only $3,500. Some of the other guys, there's one other player I like in that lineup that I will include in my three bats. But you just look through this lineup, guys are cheap. Duda is 3.5. Evan Longoria is 4.2. He's had success against Ubaldo in the past. Same with Morrison. Morrison has hit Ubaldo well. He is only 4.1. Dickerson's 2.8. Absolutely love him for value today. Definitely a ton of value in this Rays lineup, and they're in a really good spot against a pretty bad pitcher. So I like Lucas Duda here at $3,500. Think he's a really good first base value play. If you are looking to go cheap at first base, definitely consider him today. And then my next play is going to be at second base. Another team I'm going to be looking to target today is the Diamondbacks. And I will be getting exposure to their lineup with Brandon Drury today at just $3,500 going up against Adam Conley. Adam Conley is another pitcher that I don't think is very good. Definitely a pitcher we want to pick on today. This Diamondbacks team could definitely do damage against him. Conley has really struggled to righties this year, giving up a lot of hard contact to righties. On this Diamondbacks team, they have so much power from the right side. Chris Iannetta, A.J. Pollock, Paul Goldschmidt, J.D. Martinez, Drury, Rosales, just up and down this lineup, so much power from the right side. And like I said, Conley really struggling to righties this year. A 3.48 WOBA allowed. And also giving up some home runs to righties, a 1.34 home run per 9 to righties on the year. But if you look at his away splits, when we get him out of Marlins Park, the home run per 9 will increase, a 1.51 home run per 9 to righties on the road. And he's obviously going to be on the road today in a very hitter-friendly park in Chase Field. So like I said, love these Diamondbacks bats. And Conley has also been giving up a lot of hard contact, 42.4% medium contact and 39.1% hard contact to righties on the year. So I love the Diamondbacks here. Some of them are very expensive, but guys like Drury, Iannetta, if you need a catcher, I like him today. Rosales towards the bottom of the lineup. Definitely some cheap bats here. And if you decide not to pay up for pitcher, I think the Diamondbacks are a team you should definitely look for, because if you don't pay for pitcher, you can really get in Paul Goldschmidt, J.D. Martinez, those guys that we know have a ton of upside. And playing at home, the Diamondbacks just play very well as a team at home. They score a ton of runs at home. And I don't think anything's going to change here. Love the spot for the D-backs. So we'll be getting exposure to their lineup with Brandon Drury today at second base for $3,500. And then my final play is going to be in the outfield. Another guy from the Rays I like is Corey Dickerson today at just $2,800. Obviously going up against Ubaldo Jimenez. Like I said when I was going through the Rays lineup, I love Corey Dickerson today. I think he's just too cheap. Really good value play at $2,800. Going up against Ubaldo Jimenez, who I showed you just really struggling to lefties this year, giving up a lot of home runs, a lot of hard contact. Dickerson has a ton of power. He's already put up 26 homers this year. And getting out of Tampa Bay, going to Baltimore, definitely a big park upgrade for these Rays bats. So I'm just going to be looking to get more exposure to the Rays today. I think Corey Dickerson a really good value play. If you decide to pay up for pitcher today, I think he's a guy you should target. If you are looking for some cheap bat in the outfield, I think he makes a lot of sense at just $2,800. And yeah, guys, so these are my 5 plays for tonight. I went with Zach Greinke, John Gray, Lucas Duda, Brandon Drury, and Corey Dickerson. When we plug these 5 guys into our lineup, that still leaves us $3,840 remaining per player, which you should not have a problem working around. If you do want to build a lineup around this core, you should definitely be able to do it with 3840 remaining per player. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel as well. I would really appreciate it. I do upload these MLB videos daily, along with NFL videos for the upcoming slate. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, so that way you'll never miss out on any new videos. Have a ton of content coming out for you guys. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, so that way you'll never miss out on any of my new videos. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck tonight, guys. Peace.
Sauce it down, sauce it up. You too much, ain't enough, ain't enough.